Back on Base Sunday now, our next guest has a full plate. She is a certified nutritional counselor, registered yoga teacher, and a natural chef. She specializes in digestive wellness, blood sugar regulation, food sensitivities and intolerance, weight management, and cancer support. But she tells me her food tastes delicious. Currently, she is under the guidance of Jean Wallace, who is one of the nation's most well-known experts in nutritional oncology. Here to talk more about her philosophy and approaches to improving one's health. Say hi to Kimberly Paul. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to have you. I'm getting hungry looking at all this wonderful food here. But out of the gate, we really are what we eat, aren't we?
Yes, it's a great statement.
Yeah.
Great first statement.
And I think we need to learn more about that.
Yeah, I do too. And baby steps, slowly starting to educate the population on how to make good food choices and also really enjoy the whole process. I think a lot of people see it as drudgery, and it doesn't really necessarily have to be.
Well, you know what? There's a little more prep involved. And you've got some wonderful. Well, take us through the sprouted salad here that you put together and the ingredients. And you know, sometimes it's easier to throw a burger on the grill and have a corn on the cob and call it a night. But you've got to prepare for this stuff. But it certainly pays off.
I mean, maybe not. Most of what I do these kitchen talks, and the whole point of it is to make it more accessible and to make something that is easy, so it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to prep a lot.
Right.
So yeah, there's work to do, and even making a burger and shucking some corn to put on the grill.
So true.
So this is looking at our farmers market, seeing what's available. We have zucchini, we have cucumbers, we have wonderful lettuce. My big powerhouse ingredient is the two things are the broccoli.
Yeah.
I know not everybody does not love broccoli, but here's a great way to
I love
combine
broccoli.
it.
I don't like it raw so much, but I guess it's great for you. Yeah.
It's very good. It is really powerful, and it's very good for cancer as far as supporting. Really breaking down some of the cancerous cells that can form tumors. I mean, there's a lot of research into cruciferous vegetables as a whole, and broccoli is one of those. So that whole specific food group is something to really consider. And
you got a nice little bit of crunch here too, because you got some pine nuts, and what are these here?
So pine nuts for really nice, they have a sweetness, so it's really lovely. And then the pumpkin seeds as well, another really, I call them superfoods. But the big thing is the sprouts. And again, this is maybe an ingredient that's new to people, but you can sprout everything from broccoli seeds to garbanzo beans to sunflower seeds, almond seeds, and I did mung beans. So, I mean, the list goes on. But
and is the nutritional value of those just
so you think of a broccoli and then you eat the seed or the sprout, and it's 50 times. So you're having a little handful. I do a sprouted trail mix where I add it with my nuts and my seeds and a little bit of dried fruit, so you can do it that way. And then here it's just basically, you know, just I have a little bit sprouted, and I do this myself. I sprout them at home, so it's actually really a fun little project everybody can get involved in. And it adds that little bite. A lot of protein, a lot of fiber. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Now, you also are a yoga instructor.
I am.
And how does that all tie into good health and eating well?
Well, I mean, it is part of a lifestyle. I don't really use the word diet when I talk to my clients because it really is looking at lifestyle change. So yoga is a really big part of that, starting to create more of a conscious lifestyle, a way of taking care of yourself, slowing down. So you're really aware of these choices. And then, and then the food, the sleep, looking at ways of reducing stress. I mean, it really does need to be holistic in that approach. We all need to just
take a breath and take a half an hour for ourselves, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to one of my students, and I don't have time for this. And I said, to be honest, yoga doesn't take time, it gives time. Because if you can relax and just take a moment to really look at your schedule and not have to be so crazy, you'll find that the time, you know, that you do
It'll
these
make
things.
the rest of your time just a little bit better, for sure.
Exactly.
What advice, finally, would you give someone out there? It's like, oh my, the whole time thing, and food. What's the first step towards, building a healthy diet, or eating better, or just getting some exercise?
Well, as I said, I think baby steps are what you really need to do. I would never have someone that's never really done a lot of exercise, or probably their diet doesn't consist of a lot of refined foods or processed food, to expect them to next day preparing a dish like this. I mean, this can be something that you can work towards. I would encourage you to start eliminating some things that may not necessarily be so good as far as healthful. And then look at the things that you do like and see if there's a vegetable or a fruit. I'm definitely a proponent of good grass-fed beef and getting a very good fish or chicken in your diet. So you're just looking for those things that you find that are accessible to you.
Gotta put a brick on the wall every day.
Yeah, so.
Okay, Kimberly, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. If you'd like more information about contacting Kimberly as a personal health coach, please visit onewellnessgroup.com. And if you'd like to get some simple recipe tips or further information on Kimberly, you can follow her blog at theyogiandthecook.wordpress.com. Correct? Mouthful, but go check it out. Don't go away. More Bay Sunday right after the break.